Cuyahoga County Council regular meeting for Tuesday, November 14th is now called to order. Andrea, would you please call the roll?
Good evening, everyone. It is 5:09 p.m. As a reminder to all in attendance, this meeting is being recorded and live streamed on the county's YouTube page. Calling the roll, Ms. Stevens. Ms. Stevens is absent. Ms. Simon?
Here.
Mr. Kelly?
Here.
Mr. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Sweeney? Mr. Sweeney's absent at the moment. Mr. Tuma?
Here.
Mr. Gallagher?
Here.
Mr. Schron? Here. Ms. Turner?
Ms. Conway. Here.
Ms. Conwell?
Present.
Council President Jones?
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Andrea, is anyone signed in for public comment?
Yes, Lou?
Hi, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Well, today we still have a nice weather. But very soon we can have something totally expectedly unpredictable. However, right now, lots of the people needing assistance to actually winterize their residence. Some of them actually do need maybe a small loans in order to do the repairing. Some of the services could be free, but not all of them. But do we have that resources to help the people who just need a small loans when their zip code is not the ones, favored by the lending agencies? I'm talking about any kind of bank or similar agencies. We probably should think about maybe a public credit union to help the low-income families or people living in the neighborhood with the unfavored zip codes. The other thing will be, how will we resolve the issue that we still have all the homeless population number rising instead of decreasing, but there is no funding still allocated to establish our winter program, the seasonal shelters. Yes, it's good to plan for the future, but we had a huge gap in the past not to invest on lots of the important health and human services. This is the reason why right now we get into the difficulty when economy is not that great, at least our local number is not that great, and we do not have enough fundings to go around it. So we just pulled something from this side to fill up that side, then we have to pull out something in the back to fill up this side. We cannot continue doing this. This would not help any branches of the government. This would not help any cities inside of Cuyahoga County. And definitely this will not help all the neighborhoods inside of all these local cities. Please make sure you watch out how the funding is going. We need funding to go to the serious health and human services, but we should also try to get our fair share from the state to get those money back to our community. Thank you very much.
Essie Williams?
Good evening, County President Jones and fellow County Council members. My name is Essie Williams. I'm a resident of Ward 2 in the city of Cleveland, and I am bringing my concerns regarding the location of the new jail that is being planned in the city. The Garfield site is not conducive to persons that would occupy the jail. There's very limited public transportation, among other things, and there would be no courthouse, or where would the courthouse be? My main concern is spending millions on a new jail with no intervention for the occupants prior to entering the system. I don't claim to have a solution for the interventions. However, there should be studies done for reasons people end up in jail. We speak frequently of the unruly youth held in the juvenile system, how disruptive and unruly they are. And this is very true. They are disruptive and unruly. However, many of these young people are angry, they're frustrated, they're feeling unheard. And to them, perhaps it seems the only way to be heard is by violence. I think studies should be done to see how diet influences behavior. Many young people are consuming chemicals, not nutrients. They're taking sugary drinks, they're eating hot chips, they're putting hot sauce on bread to give it some flavor, and then they're eating a lot of fast food. Many are also living in abandoned houses, they're living in cars, and they move around frequently. Some young people as young as 12 are burdened with the task of getting several younger siblings off to school each day. People don't want to live this way. However, circumstances have forced people into situations they would rather not be in. I am asking, as you move on with the debate as the location of the jail, please bring to the table some interventions such as family counseling, eliminating food deserts, and let's not wait until the children are 12 or 13 years old and exhibiting unruly behavior. Start with the families as infants. I have never been an occupant of the jail. However, listening to people who have been detained said a new facility is badly, badly needed. Thank you very much for your attention.
Larry Rodriguez.
Mr. Renee and county council members, yes, this is Mr. Rodriguez, and I am concerned about the accessibility issues that prevail in the county. And I believe to make our streets better accessible, we need to make these street buzzards and street signals work. We need to make accessible crosswalks. We need to create awareness about the e-scooters and where they leave them at the bus stops. That is still an issue. And I would like to set up a meeting at some point with Mr. Renee and some of you guys and see how can we make this a better and accessible county. Thank you.
That concludes the public comment portion for today's meeting.
All right. At this time, the approval of our minutes, can we have a motion to approve our minutes as presented?
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. This time I'll make a motion to excuse Councilmember Cheryl Stevens from today's meeting.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. At this time, we'll take messages from our county executive.
Thank you, Council President, members of council. I want to start with a thanks to you all for your diligence and the work you're doing on the budget. I know it's taken a lot of time and it's important work, and I just want to say we appreciate what you're doing, and I want to thank the staff of the administration and the budget team and the finance team for what you're doing together. So appreciation around. I also, while I'm paying thanks, I want to thank the team at the Board of Elections for their hard work this past week, November 7th, and the continuing work of the BOE team round the clock to help engage our voters and bring forth voting in Cuyahoga County. Special shout out to their work with area high schools and civics teachers. On the following high schools, we were able to train and host 115 area high school students from Cuyahoga County at our polling places. They worked a day, were given a day leave on school, and worked a day in the polling locations from the following schools: Glenville High School, Strongsville High School, Lakewood High School, North Royalton High School, Brecksville Broadview Heights High School, Bard Early College Cleveland, Shaker Heights High School, John F. Kennedy High School, Bay High School, Lutheran East High School, Ginn Academy High School, University School, Olmsted Falls High School, and the Lyceum. So just, again, shout out to their teachers, their administrators, and the Board of Election staff for hosting them, mostly thanks to the students, and I hope we can grow that. It's a nice cross-section across the county, but hope we can grow it in more schools throughout Cuyahoga County. I wanted to say, well, he's not here, but note for the record, he must have gone to a birthday dinner, but Michael Dever turned 60 today. I'll just say 60 since he's not here, out him, but happy birthday to our Public Works Director. There's a team that was assembled earlier that are representing National GIS Day. Thank you, council members, for signing the day of a resolution about our geographic information systems. I'm trying to work with the team and you on what we're calling a geographically informed government. The hope is, in the long stretch, to have our residents be able to really input an interface with our county government with place-based data in their communities that help us make better policy decisions. So look forward to continuing to work with you and our GIS team, and appreciate the work of the IT department, Andy, in that regard. I know time's quick here, so I got to keep moving, but tomorrow, Garrett Morgan will be honored in Washington, D.C. The inventor, I think most of you know, just paved the way on so many product inventions, including saving people in the lake with his hooded gas mask that ultimately saved lives when there was a tunnel disaster outside the high school that now bears his name on the near west side. But on the east side at 105 in Euclid, 100 years ago, November 20th is the 100th anniversary, this upcoming Monday, of Garrett Morgan's invention of the three-way traffic signal. Again, saving lives for safety ever since, and a century since. At age 46, the pioneering inventor received a patent for the three-way traffic signal that was located at East 105th in Euclid. So hats off to Garrett Morgan. His granddaughter, Sandra, will be in Washington tomorrow to receive some of the accolades, and I think we can partner with you on honoring him here back home as well in the family. One other shout out, two other shout outs. One is to the Notre Dame College women's rugby team. They are in the finals, the national finals, Notre Dame College in your district, Councilwoman Simon. And Paul Soprick around the corner, his daughter, is on the team, and they are playing that team up north, U of M. Go Falcons, Notre Dame Falcons in the national championship coming up first week of December. Finally, continue to honor our Native Americans in this November, Native American Heritage Month. Thank you again.
All right, thank you.
Council President Jones? Just want to state for the record that Councilmember Sweeney is in attendance.
All right. Legislation introduced by council. A consideration of resolution of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution 2023-0311, awarding a total sum not to exceed $10,000 to the NAACP Cleveland branch for a community series on criminal legal reform from the District 9 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
This item will be referred to the Community Development Committee.
Resolution 2023-0312, awarding a total sum not to exceed $10,000 to the Waterloo Alley Cat Project for the care of abandoned and feral cats from the District 11 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2023-0313, approving the Metro Health System's policies and procedures to participate in one or more joint purchasing associations for the purpose of acquiring supplies, equipment, and services provided through joint purchasing arrangements to achieve beneficial purchasing arrangements for the year 2024 in accordance with Ohio Revised Code Section 339.05.
This item will be referred to the Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee.
Resolution 2023-0314, adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County non-bargaining classification plan for items A through C.
This item will be referred to the Human Resources Appointments and Equity Committee.
Resolution 2023-0315, again, adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County non-bargaining classification plan for items A through N.
This item will be referred to the Human Resources, Appointments, and Equity Committee.
Resolution 2023-0316, authorizing a contract with Frank Ford Consulting LLC in the total amount not to exceed $58,500 for the provision of mortgage lending research and technical assistance to Cuyahoga County Council for the period October 1st, 2023 through April 5th, 2024.
This item will be referred to the Community Development Committee. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions of council for second reading.
Resolution 2023-0296, awarding a total sum not to exceed $11,400 to the Cleveland Treatment Center for the theatrical production of Fragmented, A Family's Toil Through Trying Times from the District 3 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0297, awarding a total sum not to exceed $25,000 to the Urban Community School for the purpose of adding fire hydrants to the school campus from the District 3 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0298, awarding a total sum not to exceed $50,000 to Neighborhood Healthcare, Inc., doing business as Neighborhood Family Practice for the Increasing Access to Healthcare for Underserved Populations project from the District 3 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0299, awarding a total sum not to exceed $250,000 to Olympia Foundation, Inc., for the rehabilitation of the Olympia building from the District 8 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0300, awarding a total sum not to exceed $10,000 to Music Through the Streets for the Battle of the Bands from the District 9 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0301, awarding a total sum not to exceed $10,000 to the Joseph Legacy, doing business as Momentous Mentoring for the Momentous Mentoring Museum and HBC College Tour from the District 9 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0302, awarding a total sum not to exceed $10,000 to the Community Partnership on Aging for the Safe at Home program from the District 11 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Committee report and consideration of a resolution of council for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Can I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor of suspending the rules say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Resolution 2023-0295, awarding a community development grant in the total amount not to exceed $250,000 to Warner and Swayze LLC for the benefit of a mixed-use real estate redevelopment project from the property located at 5701 Carnegie Avenue in the city of Cleveland.
Move to adopt. This item is I'm going to say a long time coming. It's been in the plans for pre-pandemic, I'll say, pre-pandemic. And I'll share with you what I found very insightful about this project. It was originally set for demolition, but the Neighborhood Development Corporation, Midtown Corridor, they approached the city of Cleveland and said, if you're going to spend X amount of millions to demolish it, give us those monies and let us put together a rehab project. And they did that. And they are here now ready to move forward with that project. So I'm happy to be a part of this, to see this, again, incredible project move forward. And I ask for my colleagues' support. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right. Consideration of resolutions of council for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0278, awarding a total sum not to exceed $135,000 to Community Housing Solutions for the CHS Home Repair Program from the District's 1 and 7 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
Move to adopt. Again, this item was heard, and I ask for my colleagues' support. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Resolution 2023-0279, awarding a total sum not to exceed $40,000 to the Rid All Foundation for the Green Partnerships Veterans Training Program from the District 8 and 9 ARPA Community Grant Funds.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Thank you. I'm going to defer to the sponsors of this legislation. We heard this in committee, in the Education Environment Committee on October 18th, and it's a great program designed for veterans to be able to be trained at Rid All for urban agriculture.
Rid All is, again, a company that sits at the corner of 93rd and Kinsman, intersection 79, I won't say 93rd, 79th, East 79th and Kinsman area, which has been traditionally called the Forgotten Triangle because there was so much disinvestment in that area. But Rid All is a gem that sits in that neighborhood, and they are an urban farm first and foremost. They provide, again, fresh fish, fresh fruits and vegetables. They're doing tremendous work, and they have created such a serene environment. Pretty green grass and large stones and training areas just out in the open. It's a beautiful, beautiful scenery there. And they also help the federal government who desires to help our veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder. They contract with Rid All to use that serene setting as a place of training and counseling for our veterans. So again, they do a tremendous work, and again, I ask my colleagues for their support. So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Resolution 2023-0280, awarding a total sum not to exceed $15,000 to the Collaborative to End Human Trafficking for the Human Trafficking Education and Training Program for schools from the Districts 9 and 11 ARPA Community Grant Funds.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Thank you. I will defer this to the sponsor, main sponsor, colleague Turner. And again, this was very informative and will hopefully set the stage for a national education program about human trafficking.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And so we know that human trafficking is the trade of human beings for forced labor, sexual slavery, other commercial sexual exploitation, and we should be doing anything that we can to eradicate this. We know that the numbers in Northeast Ohio continue to rise, and I believe that this is a worthy cause, and I ask for my colleagues' support.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Resolution 2023-0281, awarding a total sum not to exceed $10,000 to the Shaker Schools Foundation for the Aisha Frazier Fund from the District 9 ARPA Community Grant Fund.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Again, this was heard in our committee, Education and Environment, in October, and I'm going to turn this over to my colleague, an emotional discussion through this whole committee meeting, everything tied together. For us, the human trafficking, the domestic violence, the tragic loss of Ms. Frazier, and the veterans' work on trying to heal. So it was quite a powerful meeting, and I want to turn it over to my colleague.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And so I have been doing all that I can to keep the memory of my Shaker classmate, Aisha Frazier's memory alive. And actually last weekend, we had an opportunity to induct her in the Shaker Heights Schools Hall of Fame. These dollars are going to be used twofold to actually, and I want to invite you all this coming up Saturday, November 18th, a memorial bench will be dedicated in Aisha's memory at Woodbury Elementary School, 15400 South Woodland. The balance of those funds will be allocated to sixth grade camp, which was something that Ms. Frazier supported in her role as an educator in the Shaker school system. So I ask for my colleagues to support this endeavor.
All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Resolution 2023-0281, awarding a total sum not to exceed $10,000. I'm sorry, move on. Resolution 2023-0282, awarding a total sum not to exceed $20,000 to the Diaper Bank of Greater Cleveland for the Diaper Bank Expansion Project from the District's 7 and 9 ARPA Community Grant Funds.
Move to adopt.
Second.
I would just like to say this was very, and then I'll turn it over to the original sponsor. Thank goodness that she brought this and found this for our organization. I did not know. I thought I knew all the resources in Cuyahoga County, but the diaper bank I did not know, and we shared this information to the refugees that we met with this week, and so we passed that information on. So I just want to thank you, and I'll turn it over to Councilwoman Turner.
Miss Nikisha Wells, she was an amazing young lady that I met that informed me about her desire to have an impact in this area. We know that there are about 15 million children under 3 years old in this country, and every child deserves to have clean diapers, which is the basic need for all of our babies. 1 in 3 U.S. families cannot afford enough diapers to keep their infants or children clean, dry, and healthy. Also, they moving into the food bank, the Greater Food Bank of Cleveland. So they have a new site for expanded impact. I couldn't think of a more worthy project for us to support, and I asked for my colleagues to join me.
All right, all those,
Councilwoman Conwell.
excellent. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Resolution 2023-0283, adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County Non-Bargaining Classification Plan.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Okay, this piece of legislation was introduced on October 10th to the Human Resources Appointments and Equity Committee. We heard from Albert Bouchahine of the Personnel Review Commission. There will be 12 proposed classification revisions, modifications, and a few deletions. I ask for my colleagues' support.
And all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Legislation introduced by executive. Consideration of a resolution for first reading adoption under suspension of rules. Can I have a motion to suspend rules 9D and 12A?
Mr. President, I move to suspend those rules.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor of suspending the rules say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The rules are suspended.
Resolution 2023-0317, amending the 2022-2023 biennial operating budget for 2023 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations from the general fund, appropriation transfers, and cash transfers, and amending resolution number 2023-0238, dated September 12, 2023.
Is there a motion?
To adopt.
Second.
Oh, well, yeah.
Properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Not all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution 2023-0318, confirming the county executive's reappointment of various individuals to serve on the Cuyahoga County Citizens Advisory Council on Equity for the term July 15th, 2023 through July 14th, 2026 for the following individuals: Dr. Heidi Gullett, Eddie Taylor, and Janice Contreras.
This item will be referred to the Human Resources Appointments and Equity Committee.
Resolution 2023-0319, confirming the county executive's appointment of Tanisha Warren to represent Cuyahoga County on the Child Abuse and Child Neglect Regional Prevention Council for the Great Lakes region for the term January 24th, 2024 through January 23rd, 2026.
This item will be referred to the Human Resources Appointments and Equity Committee.
Resolution 2023-0320, a resolution ratifying an amendment to the Code of Regulations for the Northeast Ohio Area Coordinating Agency.
This item will be referred to the Council Operations, Intergovernmental Relations, and Public Transportation Committee, better known as CHOIR.
Resolution 2023-0321, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires the reconstruction of the Lake Road Clifton Boulevard project in the cities of Lakewood and Rocky River in connection with the Cuyahoga County Lakefront Access Plan. Total estimated project cost, $9,500,000, and finding that special assessments will neither be levied nor collected to pay for any part of the county's costs of said improvement.
This item will be referred to the Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee.
Resolution 2023-0322, authorizing an amendment to an agreement with Cuyahoga Metropolitan Housing Authority for lease of a county-owned parking lot located on Cedar Avenue at East 22nd Street. Permanent parcel numbers 103-13019 and 103-13022 in the city of Cleveland for the period December 15th, 2021 through December 14th, 2023, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2025, and no additional funds required.
This item will be referred to the Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee.
Resolution 2023-0323, making an award on requisition 11017, Event 3632 to 21C LLC, doing business as Compass Energy Platform, also known as Compass, for consulting and management services for the Cuyahoga County Electric Utility and Microgrid for a period of 10 years.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2023-0324, making an award on requisition 12552 to Moore Counseling and Mediation Services, Inc., in the amount not to exceed $590,850 for the Employee Assistance Program services for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2026.
This item will be referred to the Human Resources, Appointments, and Equity Committee.
Resolution 2023-0325, authorizing an amendment to a contract with Alcohol Monitoring Systems, Inc. for GPS alcohol bracelets and monitoring services for the period April 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2024, to expand the scope of services effective August 2nd, 2023, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $550,000.
This item will be referred to the Public Safety and Justice Affairs Committee.
Resolution 2023-0326, authorizing a contract with OnSolve Intermediate Holding Company in the amount not to exceed $585,000 for the purchase of a mass notification system for the period December 17th, 2023 through December 16th, 2028.
This item will be referred to the Public Safety and Justice Affairs Committee.
Resolution 2023-0327, authorizing an amendment to a master contract with various providers for the Comprehensive Case Management Employment Program, Employment Education and Training Services for Young Adults for the period April 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2023, to extend the time period to October 31st, 2024, to change the terms effective January 1st, 2024, and for additional funds in the total amount not to exceed $5,979,175.95 for items A through B listed on the agenda.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2023-0328, authorizing amendments to contracts with various providers for the Ohio Works First program for the period January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2024, to change the terms effective January 1st, 2024, and for additional funds in the total amount not to exceed $6,686,146.75.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2023-0329, authorizing a contract with United Way of Greater Cleveland in the amount not to exceed $2,440,900 for fiscal agent services and emergency food purchase assistance by hunger centers serving eligible Cuyahoga County residents for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Resolution 2023-0330, authorizing an amendment to a master contract with various providers for community-based services to support at-risk children and families in Cuyahoga County for the period April 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2023, to expand the time period to December 31st, 2024, and for additional funds in the total amount not to exceed $4,912,734.60 for various providers, items A through I.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Also, at this time, I would like to state that Councilmember Miller has requested his name be added as a sponsor. Resolution 2023-0331, authorizing an amendment to a master contract with various providers for family-centered support services for at-risk children and families for the period January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2023, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2024, to change the terms effective January 1st, 2024, and for additional funds in the total amount not to exceed $2,479,115.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Resolution 2023-0332, authorizing an amendment to a master contract with various providers for Medicaid home and community-based services for out-of-home placement and foster care services for the period January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2023, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2024, to expand the scope of services, to terminate contracts with various providers, and to add new providers effective January 1st, 2024, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $61,500,000 for items A1 through D74.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Moving on to page 18. Resolution 2023-0333, authorizing an amendment to an agreement with the Metro Health System for comprehensive medical services for families involved with the Division of Children and Family Services for the period January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2024, to change the terms effective January 1st, 2024, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,889,151.49.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Resolution 2023-0334, authorizing an agreement with Cuyahoga County Board of Developmental Disabilities in the amount not to exceed $1,400,000 for Medicaid home and community-based services for youth with developmental disabilities for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Resolution 2023-0335, authorizing an agreement with Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office in an amount not to exceed $8,322,252 for legal services for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Resolution 2023-0336, making an award on requisition 12756 with various municipalities and providers in the total amount not to exceed $6,063,762 for the Community Social Services Program for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025, items A through double D.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Moving on to page 21. Resolution 2023-0337, making awards on requisition 12904 with various providers in the total amount not to exceed $9,550,000 for various services for the Cuyahoga Options for Independent Living Services Program for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Resolution 2023-0338, authorizing an amendment to a master contract with various providers for school community-based closing the achievement gap services for the period January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2023, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2024, to change the terms effective January 1st, 2024, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,075,377.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Through the president, please add my name.
Let's add the councilwoman's name.
Thank you.
Resolution 2023-0339, authorizing a contract with Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio in the amount not to exceed $654,000 for programming and fiscal agent services for the Families and Schools Together FAST program for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2023-0340, authorizing an amendment to an agreement with Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Cuyahoga County for fiscal agent and program administration services for the Early Childhood Mental Health Program in connection with the Invest in Children program for the period January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2023, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2024, to change the terms and expand the scope of services effective January 1st, 2024, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $700,000.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2023-0341, authorizing an amendment to a contract with Child Care Resource Center of Cuyahoga County, doing business as Starting Point for the Special Needs Child Care Program for the period January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2023, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2024, to change the terms effective January 1st, 2024, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,899,281.78.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2023-0342, authorizing a contract with Child Care Resource Center of Cuyahoga County, doing business as Starting Point, in an amount not to exceed $1,700,816.02 for implementation and management of the Child Care Access and Quality Expansion Program for Invest in Children for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2023-0343, authorizing a contract with Child Care Resource of Cuyahoga County, doing business as Starting Point, in the amount not to exceed $2,433,569.42 for management and administration of the Family Child Care Home Professional Development System for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2023-0344, authorizing a contract with Family Connections of Northeast Ohio in the amount not to exceed $1,028,000 for program administration and direct services for the Supporting Partnerships to Assure Ready Kids, also known as SPARK program, for the Invest in Children for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025.
This item will be referred to the Education, Environment, and Sustainability Committee.
Resolution 2023-0345, authorizing an amendment to a contract with Mental Health Services for homeless persons doing business as Frontline Service for coordinated intake services in connection with the Continuum of Care program for the period January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023, to extend the time period to January 31st, 2025, to change the terms effective January 1st, 2024, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $852,257.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Resolution 2023-0346, authorizing an amendment to a contract with Mental Health Services for Homeless Persons, Inc., doing business as Frontline Service for temporary housing for single adults and youth at North Point Transitional Housing, located at 1550 Superior Avenue in the city of Cleveland, for the period January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2024, to change the terms effective January 1st, 2024, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,422,933.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Resolution 2023-0347, authorizing a contract with the Salvation Army in the amount not to exceed $794,821 for supportive services for homeless men in the Pickup Assessment Sheltering Service, also known as PASS Transitional Housing Program, for the period October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2024.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee.
Resolution 2023-0348, authorizing a contract with Emerald Development and Economic Network, Inc., in the amount not to exceed $993,190 for facility management services for the Norma Herr Women's Shelter, located at 2227 Payne Avenue in the city of Cleveland, for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2025.
This item will be referred to the Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading.
Resolution 2023-0286, authorizing an amendment to a contract with Sparky Plaza LLC for lease of space for Auto Title Regional Office West, located at 27029 Brook Park Extension Road, North Olmsted, for the period December 1st, 2013 through November 30th, 2023, to extend the time period to December 30th, 2028, to change the terms effective upon contract signature of all parties, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $515,476.08.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
President, add my name to that, please.
Let's add Councilman Kelly's name.
Okay. Resolution 2023-0287, making an award on requisition 12300 to Kone Inc. in the amount not to exceed $3,843,640 for vertical transport elevator maintenance and repair services for various county facilities for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2026.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0293, declaring the necessity of submitting to the electors of Cuyahoga County the question of the renewal of a 4.8 mil tax levy for the purpose of supplementing general fund appropriations for health and human services, for health and human or social services for 8 years outside the 10 mil limitation, in accordance with Section 5705.191 of the Ohio Revised Code.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0294, determining to proceed with submitting to the electors of Cuyahoga County the question of renewing an existing 4.8 mil tax levy outside the 10 mil limitation for the purpose of supplementing general fund appropriations for health and human or social services for 8 years in accordance with Section 5705.191 of the Ohio Revised Code.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0304, confirming the county executive's appointment of Michael W. Chambers upon his taking the oath of office as county fiscal officer.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0306, making awards on requisition 12846 to two providers in the combined amount not to exceed $800,000 for general sanitary engineering services effective upon signature of all parties for a period of 3 years for items A through B listed on the agenda.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0307, making an award on requisition 12393 to C&S Engineers, Inc. in the amount not to exceed $650,000 for general engineering services for the Cuyahoga County Airport, effective upon contract signature of all parties for a period of 5 years.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0308, authorizing an agreement with City of Lakewood in the amount not to exceed $1,091,667 for the tenant-based rental assistance services in connection with the American Rescue Plan for Home Investment Partnership Program, and it's for the period October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2025.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0309, making an award on requisition 12167 to Med Mutual Life Insurance Company in the amount not to exceed $7,690,403 for group life, voluntary life, and accidental death insurance for county employees for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2027.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0310, authorizing an amendment to a contract with Child Care Resource Center of Cuyahoga County, doing business as Starting Point, for out-of-school time services for youth for the period January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2023, to extend the time period to December 31st, 2024, to change the terms effective January 1st, 2024, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,650,000.
This item will move to the November 28th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Can I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. The rules are suspended.
Resolution 2023-0290, authorizing an amendment to a contract with Passages Connecting Fathers and Sons, Inc. for the implementation of the cognitive behavioral interventions for offenders seeking employment program for moderate and high-risk level offenders who are unemployed or underemployed for the period July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2023, to extend the time period to June 30th, 2025, to change the terms effective July 1st, 2023, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,065,476.
Move to adopt. Mr. President, this was heard in committee. This is monies that are from the Community Corrections Act grant. The recommendation is adoption.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Resolution 2023-0305, confirming the county executive's appointment of Michelle Curry to serve on the Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Cuyahoga County for the term July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2027.
Move to adopt.
Second.
This was heard in committee on the 31st of October. The Adams Board has a total of 18 members. Ms. Curry would be one of 10 of the county appointments. She has a background in HR and nonprofit planning. She has an extensive employment history in our region, serving in leadership positions in the private and nonprofit sectors. Her human resources background will be valuable to the Adams Board, along with her years of high-level decision-making. With so many important things going on the Adams Board, I know she will be an excellent addition to this body, and I ask for my colleagues' support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Consideration of resolutions for third reading adoption.
Resolution 2023-0267, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Kim Shelnick to serve on the City of Cleveland, Cuyahoga County Workforce Development Board for the term July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2026.
Move to adopt. This was heard in committee. Ms. Shelnick has decades of experience with our local hospital systems. Her management experience will be well suited to this board, and her medical knowledge will be an asset to this body as they deal with the numerous addiction issues facing our region. I ask for your support of this legislation.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Resolution 2023-0288, authorizing a purchase and sale agreement with CCLRC Fairview Gardens LLC in the amount not to exceed $10 for the disposition and sale of real property located at 3207 Franklin Boulevard in the city of Cleveland, permanent parcel number 00331-002.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. This item was heard in the Community Development Committee on October 16th. Property valuation on the Fairview Gardens Senior Housing Building over the years has increased the debt service that OCI has carried on the building. This presented some challenges, whereupon the Cuyahoga Land Bank, working in conjunction with Ohio City Incorporated and the administration's law department, decided the best approach would be for the land bank to purchase the property to alleviate the property tax burden, thereby maintaining building affordability of the units and stabilize the rents. Affordable housing is at the core of ensuring that seniors in our community are able to stay in their homes, and I ask for my colleagues' support in approving this piece of legislation. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Resolution 2023-0289, making an award on requisition 12170 to Sedgwick Claims Management Services in the amount not to exceed $542,500 for workers' compensation third-party administrator services for the period January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2026.
Move to adopt.
Second.
We heard from Director Sarah Nemestill about this issue. Funded entirely by the Workers' Compensation Administration Fund, the county's Human Resources Department presented the factors that led to the recommendation of this vendor to handle the county's third-party Workers' Compensation Administration services. After reviewing all aspects of the submitted bids, the committee agreed with the recommendation of Sedgwick Claims Management Services as our vendor, and I'm confident that they will be an asset to the county in fulfilling these services. I ask for your support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Consideration of an ordinance for third reading adoption.
Ordinance 2023-0016, enacting Section 208.05 of the Cuyahoga County Code to establish a Cuyahoga County Advisory Council on Women's Health to serve as a resource for information, advice, and recommendations regarding goals, strategies, and programs of the county to support women's access to the full range of healthcare options, including reproductive and maternal health, and to eliminate health disparities.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, I just want to say I look forward to the establishment of the Women's Advisory Board. It has been a long time coming for acknowledgement of women's health care to come to the forefront of an important issue. So I would like to commend the Executive Ronayne and his team for thinking about this. I know timing is everything in politics and the world, but this was very timely, and thank you for your dedication, and look forward to seeing who all sits on the committee.
Mr. President?
Mr. President.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. President. To our executive, I want to commend Yvonne and the ladies of this council for driving this, as well as our county executive. I was at the kickoff. It was just very emotional, very powerful. I look forward to this board being very instrumental in making things work.
Mr. President, my colleagues, I would also like to commend the county executive and my colleagues for their leadership on this important and timely issue. I had the opportunity to attend the launch press conference, and it was most inspiring, and there's just
a very important and continuing strong need for this kind of work, and I'm sure that it's going to help improve the quality of life in Cuyahoga County. Thank you.
Mr. President, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I just want to thank the colleagues for their support. I also wanted to say to Zoe Toscos, if I may, she drove this, and thank you for driving this, my colleague.
All right.
So I ask for everyone's support.
And all those in favor of supporting, say aye.
Wait,
Aye.
Mr. President, I had asked the clerk to add my name. Were you
Said
gonna do that?
Councilwoman Simon's
I was going to
name.
do that. I was just waiting for the overall vote.
I'm
So can we have the overall vote again? I just
Right.
wanted.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Thank you, and Councilmember Simon has requested her name be added as a sponsor.
Yes, yes. All right. At this time, miscellaneous committee reports.
Mr. President, and my colleagues, Finance and Budget will not meet before the next council meeting, but the Committee of the Whole for the budget hearings will meet on Monday, November 20th at 1 p.m. This is the most important of these meetings as we expect to make amendments and refer the resolution to council at this meeting. An additional meeting is scheduled for Monday, November 27th at 1 p.m. if necessary, but we hope to complete the committee work on the 20th so that that meeting would not be necessary. Thank you.
Would that be at 1 o'clock? Through the chair?
1 o'clock,
All right. No, the November 27th is 1.
same.
Okay.
Mr. President, Public Works will meet at its regularly scheduled time next Wednesday.
Mr. President, Council Operations will meet at its regularly scheduled time.
Mr. President, Safety, Tuesday, 1 o'clock, we'll hear the legislation move forward and visit from the sheriff.
So Education Environment has a marathon on Wednesday, the 22nd at 3, the day before Thanksgiving. And thanks to all of you. I hope I'll bring some treats. We're going to have a lot. We've all the items referred, as well as a second meeting that's going to be, that is scheduled for the 20th, Monday at 10 a.m. To hear their partners Kirby Eddy study results. So we'll have 2 meetings on Education Environment, one Monday at 10 and Wednesday, the marathon at 3.
May I make a correction? For Monday, the 20th, I had spoken to Councilmember Stevens, and that meeting had been moved to your regular scheduled time of Wednesday, the 21st.
Okay, well, listen, we will be there very late.
Okay.
So scratch Monday, and we will have many hours, I believe, on Wednesday. I apologize.
That's okay.
Too bad.
Council President,
It's up to what's happening with HHS.
HHS, we kind of went out of turn, but that's okay. Health and Human Services, to the committee members that are on that, Sweeney, this involves you. Health and Human Services Committee will be Wednesday, November 22nd, but because we have 13 items and it's marathon as well, and we know she has a marathon right behind me, can we move the meeting up to 12:30? The clerk is okayed. I just want to okay it because we got 13 items to get through. You're on the committee, so just
Councilmember,
making sure
Whatever
I
my
don't make any
chairwoman wants.
changes with time
Supposed to keep
unless
you
I'm
happy.
very, so just asking, is that okay?
One moment, the Public Works Chairman said, I will be more than happy to unless his goes over.
No, his not going over.
He just told me it ain't going over.
He runs a tight ship. His doesn't go over.
Yes, I'm good.
So, Dale, are you okay with that? Are you available at 12:30?
Yes, I am.
Meredith, are you available? Yes. Okay. So we will move the meeting up to 12:30 and should be done by 3 o'clock. Okay. Thank you.
Health, Human Services, Health, Human Services. You got too much going on.
HR, right, I do.
Human Resource Appointments and Equity will not meet.
It will not meet.
No, all these other marathons going on. We need some rest.
Council President,
Yes.
I'm going to speak on behalf of Councilmember Stevens. On Monday, November 20th at 10 a.m., there will be a CD meeting.
All right. Excellent. Any other committee meetings? If not, if we're all set,
I have
Let's go
miscellaneous
right ahead.
business.
We at miscellaneous business. The floor is yours, Councilwoman.
All right. I just want to say a shout out to our county council clerks for their work in making Health and Human Services Committee run smoothly, requesting that appropriate supporting documents are presented to the committee members. And it may be redundant at times to ask, but appreciate it on behalf of our committee. So thank you, clerks.
All right. Excellent. All right. If nothing else holds our attention, our meeting is now adjourned.